Hey there, YouTube. This is Parker from Team Shockwave.
And J. Cruz.
And we're here commentating on a recent match that Cruz here did at our locals at Pandemonium Bookstore. This is his first round of the tournament, and you want to explain more about your opening play here, Cruz?
Pretty much I open up decent. For those who are trying to figure out what that card is in the middle, it's called Vanguard. Not like the other game that's currently out called College Fight Vanguard, but pretty much it's a new tech that I added to the deck. I haven't used that card for years, but my whole deck is 45 cards, and it uses mostly 3 Dragon Shrines, as you can see me playing right now. And pretty much everything in the deck is just very consistent. Like, I have had a lot of my friends use my deck. I play test with people, and the way my friend Will said it, it was oddly consistent. But it's a fun deck. It does really great. It surprises a lot of people, especially with me using the Vanguard that I have right there. His effect is once per actually not once per turn, but during my turn I can ditch a dragon from my hand and increase his attack by 300. So it's a permanent effect, and it lets me get rid of like white stones. I can ditch the E-dragons if they bounce back to my hand, and it just lets me get a couple of combos out. But it makes my opponent about hesitating using Torrential or Mirror Force, because when he's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, I can special summon one normal type monster from the grave. So it lets me get out like a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It lets me get out Blackstorm Dragon. I think you saw me play it.
Yes. Darkstorm was played later on in this match. It's very interesting build. Seems like it's more of a Blue Eyes engine out of the whole of this whole deck, correct?
Yeah, there's Storm.
Yeah, so this is Storm. You want to explain a little about Darkstorm Dragon?
He's pretty much tech. I could use him with Dragon Shrine. He's a Gemini monster, so when he's sent to the grave, he's considered a normal type. So it lets me get Dragon Shrine's second effect off. Also, he's pretty much a heavy storm, and it takes a lot of people off guard. For those who don't know what I mean by that, pretty much he's a Gemini monster. If you Gemini summon him, his effect is you could pay the cost of sending one continuous card on your side of the field to the grave, and he becomes a heavy storm for the field. Well, for the back rows, not the monsters. That'll be broken.
So it seems like is it very well combo with that dragon? Was it castle? Is that you're playing right there?
Yeah. The bad part is if you use Storm's effect and send Castle, you don't get Castle's effect because it wasn't destroyed, it was sent to the grave. In this match I was playing someone who was playing Frog Monarchs. It was his first time in a tournament, just like me after so many formats, and I had to explain a lot of cards to him, but then again I had to do that with a lot of players I played in the tournament. I have no idea how big my Vanguard switch is swinging right now.
It's 24.
Is it 24?
700 plus 17 is 24.
Okay. I need to start carrying my dice with me more.
So it seems like you're doing pretty good in this part of the first game here. You're dominating with just power alone.
Yeah. I did really good in the tournament. I went 2-2. I would have, if I won my third match of the tournament, I would have gone undefeated, but sadly I lost to Heretic Rulers. They went first, they set full house, and during my turn I didn't really have enough stuff to actually beat them. Sadly, sad. And that kind of hurt me when he did that Caius move though.
So pretty interesting moves he's doing right now. The whole Swamp Frog got rid of his Rolling Toad, and then sent his I forgot the name of that frog right there you just sent.
To the grave?
Yeah.
I think it's not Swamp Frog.
That's Swamp Frog. It's the one that allows you to draw if it's sent to the graveyard while face out. But and he's gonna with
be-
salvage. He can continue on milling. Not milling, but keep dumping frog monsters to his grave.
And slimming it down.
Yep, and slimming it down even faster.
To be fair, I remember when he started summoning the frogs and all the monarchs. I really didn't know what type of monarch build this was. I actually thought of Ryan Begoli.
Oh, the Frog Lancer deck.
Yeah.
That is a very great deck he made right there for Connecticut Regional, and
It was actually
he did have the surprise factor into that tournament. So it's very amazing that
he got so far.
Yeah, he got so far in 6th place, or is it 5th place in Connecticut Hartford Regional.
Yeah, I actually played him in my final round of the tournament. We had fun. He told me that my deck was the funnest deck he faced in the whole thing, because he didn't know what I was playing.
This is the weird part right here. He went over for the Kappa. I believe that's the name of the card, instead of Gachi.
I think that was a good play. That card made me kind of hesitate on what I should do. If I remember right, he could detach a material to negate something like that.
I think like the best card that utilizes this is the Mermails, because they still get their effects activated when he detached the material. I've seen that a couple of times. But did you top deck that Dark Hole?
No, I had it in hand for a while.
Alright, then Alright, so you lower summon your debris and then banish it to special summon the Red Eyes Darkness Metal.
Yeah, and summon back Vanguard.
But you kind of take back that special summon and just wanted to use it to increase his attack during the damage kill, making it game for you.
Yeah.
So we're going into game 2 here, and you open up with something that's very familiar with Alan Fong's matches.
It's a smiley face.
Yeah, so it looked like the Frogmon guy is going up pretty good with his Swamp Frogs and ditching Treeborn.
I don't know, every time I see a Swamp Frog play, like, I just feel like a little bit like I'm playing against spellbooks and I have to wait until they do everything. There's times that I just feel when I play decks that require specific cards like this, I'm just like, you know what, just drop everything you want in the graveyard. I'll trust you. Like, I just don't want to wait so long just to see them combo into everything out. But that's how the game goes. Yeah, my last game I didn't realize he was at 34, and I was like thinking maybe he might have a Gores.
Alright,
Gores that match this format.
I think now he's gonna go for that gotcha play. Didn't want to end up with another Dark Hole. Yeah, but let's see. Do you want to explain a little about your opening hand in this game too?
You see what I got? I can't even see it from here. I see a trade in.
You have it seems like you have 4 traps and a trade in.
Yeah.
And maybe 1 monster out of that. So.
I think it was something I really couldn't use. Like, I remember the second game wasn't that great for me because the bad thing about the new deck I build, it gets cloggy at some points, and I have to wait between either mid game or end game when the whole deck actually starts running more fluently, and I can do more combos and just beat down my opponent. Because this deck actually plays a lot of back rolls. I actually play about 17 spell cards in the deck, and I think I play like maybe 8 traps. Everything else is just really big monsters. Oh, and the main deck of Skill Drain.
Yeah, it seems like the skill drains from just seeing your deck alone from all the other matches I recorded. You know, it seems like skill drain is really helping you out because like you don't really use any monsters effect on the field. It's either in the graveyard, and if it's not, it's basically you have like a very powerful monster presence on the field where you can go aggressively while your opponents are just hurting with just relying on their spells and traps from there.
Like I don't know, most of my effects either activate in hand or grave, so it doesn't really, skill drain doesn't really bother me too much. I have actually a good matchup against Mermails. Mirror Mills and Fire Fist I do really get good against. I did pretty good against Heretics too.
Soul Drain. So you drew Soul Drain and let's see, you got Red Eyes Metal too. So Red Eyes Metal, Trade In, and Soul Drain.
Yeah, I need a monster. That's really what I need. It's a monster. Like I have nothing. Like I don't know. Like when I was playing this kid, he was playing really interesting. I actually liked it. Played the Soul Drain, shut down most of his special summon monsters from grave. I think I have a face down Mirror Force. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I really hope so. He swings.
Oh, so you take it. So with additional with the 1,000 each from Skill Drain and Soul Drain, you have the additional 24 that so you basically below half your life points now at this point.
Yeah, I take the hit.
So Soul Drain really did help preventing that title from keep on coming back to the side of the field.
The only bad part is if I draw something decent with Soul Drain, like Dragon Soul Castle or something, Eclipse Wyvern's effect's not gonna work. So it won't help me get the. I think that Storm I removed.
Yeah, you did move Storm.
Yeah. It looks more like I'm butthurt. I don't know, guys. Like, I definitely want to hear your opinions on this game. Like if I should take something out. If you guys like my build, like personally. I know we don't talk about this much when we do our videos, but this is my first video in a long time playing with interesting build, and I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion. Like, do you guys think it's good? Do you guys think it's bad? Do you want a deck profile?
Well, it seems like we're too close in the from the ban list right now to do a deck profile, but maybe next format we'll have something out for you guys to keep it more up to date.
Dark Striker.
All right, so like you get some little bit of pressure here with the Red Eyes Meadow.
I got him, man. You got nothing right now.
True, like you kind of stopped everything he could do.
I stopped everything, but the biggest problem with this whole game was I just don't have a monster. Like I barely drew anything, and that's really weird because this deck has a ton of monsters.
I saw his hand. He had that Electrovire since like the beginning of this game 2 here, and it was. I would say, yeah, this is gonna be. If you were struggling this much to get a monster out, it seems like it's gonna be your very downfall once you can push for game. You know, Calvin here actually pointed out something that because he had.
Excuse me.
He has what was it? Caius, Riser, and a enemy controller.
I heard my death.
He could have just tribute summon one of the monsters he had on the field to on a Caius, and then
found something after the top of my deck.
No, and then allow the Caius to activate, and then allow the skill drain to take effect, and then he'll use enemy control, tribute the monster to take control of the your rare metal, and then that Caius effect will go through, allowing him to get rid of the skill drain, and then he can just tribute next turn later to get rid of the soul drain, and then from there it's not for you. It's not even worth paying the 1,000 life points, because at that point you'll be that much. You won't have that much left in your life points for this game too.
That's soul drain.
Yeah,
didn't expect that. When I started, I was like, "Well, that's interesting tech." But yeah, you're right. If you definitely sack for Riser and then sack it upon its effect activating on the field, it definitely would have worked that way. He would have got my red metal, and he would have chose the card on the field to return it back to the top of my deck and had a way more control field. Actually, he could have just hit the skill drain and just continued people's lives.
Yeah, target the skill drain first and then get rid of the soul drain later. Because skill drain is the one that hurts him the most at this point. Like he can still tribute the monster with his soul exchange. So
I was surprised he didn't just swing out. I think I don't know what he thought my back row was.
it doesn't really matter. Like it's not really worth switching that gacha to attack mode just with like 400.
Well, no. Yeah, the Sturgeon's on the field.
Yeah, and then like it'll die automatically once you
I don't
get an actual monster with 1,000 or more.
I remember I was playing Bergoli and he just kept summoning a small frog and hitting me for 1,000 each turn, and then bounced it back in.
Yeah, because he can do that. He can just hit and run with that method.
Yeah.
How many White Stone you play?
One. Yeah. it usually, I don't see it as enough, but it usually hits the grave anyways because I usually get either Dragon Shrine or 1-for-1. I really wish like I just had Red Metal's effect just to go off. Just that would be amazing. How many Dragon Ravine? Exploder. I'm really just aiming to hit things. The good thing about Exploder is even if he gets destroyed, I believe his effect still activates. Nope, Soul Drain.
Yeah, it's because of Soul Drain. It's preventing it.
Everyone should play one Exploder. It saves lives. Like I've had people have like a Star Eater against me and I just kill it with Exploder and just continue to run with my day. Who was it? Yeah, I was playing against a friend of mine. He was playing Sylvans.
Alright, so yeah, here's that electric virus he's finally at.
I feel like he should have won this way a long time ago.
Yeah, he should, but if he did that, activating the
Dragon Soul Castle. It was just to pump up Exploder so I don't take too much damage. Like I was hoping by like the time that he ends his turn and I draw, I'll still have enough decent life points to do something. Is that the Riser you were talking about?
Yeah, he had that for a couple of turns. So like if he did the Enemy Joe on the tribute riser upon his activation of his effect, he could have got that, or he could have done it with Tyus and just got rid of the skill drain permanently.
Yeah, but nah. Actually, this lockdown hurts his deck a lot, but it also hurts mine. So if I can't get anything out, I'm not gonna do well in this. I'm not gonna win. Period. Oh, E-Dragon, Redox, have a big defender. Do you have another electric virus?
I believe so. Cause he did side deck. So it's very interesting.
What? How I got Redox out?
Yeah, it's a good stall, especially since it doesn't bounce back to your hand with under skill drain on the field.
Some people wondering why is it that I was able to special summon Redox, especially with Soul Drain on the field. But here's the thing: Redox is any of the E-Dragon's effects. If you're special summoning them from hand, you're just paying the cost to remove monsters from your grave to special summon them from hand.
Yeah, it's so base.
Don't worry, I got a few people who thought I was cheating too.
Let's see.
But yeah, this is definitely an interesting game. The only bad part was, 2 players getting into this.
Yeah,
haven't played it in a long time.
This stalemate right now. It's
real.
Yep, so he's gonna go to enemy control, take over the what was it? Got that. Alright, so he's gonna sink.
So what?
Stardust.
Was it Stardust?
Yes, it was Stardust.
I don't remember. That wasn't in the tournament. I see a Crimson Blader.
Yeah, but you told him to get Stardust.
Oh yeah, I asked him if he has a Stardust because it's a level 8. Everything that's level 8 is like 25 and up.
Yeah. So you open up with Maiden, and it's very interesting that you didn't have any back rolls to support her, but
Yeah, I was.
I guess you weren't that afraid then.
Well, it was Maiden. Like, Maiden's usually a safe play when you start off the game. The opponent doesn't want to attack or activate effect, and if they do, they have to use up a lot of resources. So, it was a safe play, and then I didn't really want to go first, step back throws, and they blow it up with MSTs or something. And yeah, I know I'm playing against Frogs, but I didn't know what type of build he plays, and usually Frog decks play up to like 3-4 MSTs. I know I said 4, but damn. What? They got Twister.
Yes.
Or they could be playing Full House. I don't know. You know, we did side deck.
Yeah, so he's flourishing on title again. So it's I guess that is a very big.
See, there's the MST.
Yep, MST. But
so one of our warlords.
Yeah, it could have helped in this.
Well, it would have hurt me if I activated it because if they did anything to Maiden, I wouldn't be able to summon the Blue Eyes because of Dragon Marine's effect that you can only control that type of monster on the field.
You mean Wyvern Ruler?
Yeah, what did I say?
Dragon Ravine. I know it's banned, but you gotta face the facts. It was the Dragon Rulers themselves that got it banned.
It was such a good card.
You know, I just didn't agree with that. Like, you limited Konami limited all the Dragon Rulers to 1. You know, that's understandable, but you don't. I just hate it when like an archetype that relies on a card and another like archetype take the full advantage of it, and then it becomes to the part where it's
great archery.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting to see.
I still think it should be played at 1. Because at the end of the day, I played so many decks in the past that play so many defensive, and if I see something face up and a whole bunch of face downs, like I remember I played against a few players and he had a Spear Reaper and a Marshmallow face down, and I just smacked the Marshmallow while I was face up and just killed all defense precision monsters.
Alright, so what you guys see here, he just the Frog player just effect filler right before they went to the battle phase, which is perfectly legal. You know, when it comes to entering phase, each player must agree that they need to enter it unless unless one of the players has a response to stay on to that phase, first phase. So
that's why every time I enter the tournament, I always tell them, you know, I'm about to enter battle phases. That's fine, and then
yeah, if they say yes, then you're good to go. You don't have to worry about effect filler at that point.
Yeah. As soon as I said I want to declare an attack, they're like, I'm like, do you have a response? I always ask them if they have a response just in case they get nervous about activating certain back rows, or if they feel like maybe they should activate something, and then I'll just be like, no. I don't know. I just like to always make sure both players they know which spots we are. Did I just activate an MST?
No, you can. Alright,
so barrier from a different dimension.
Yeah, so basically with here, it should be 2 monsters to get to use Mega Monarch effect. No, Mega Mobius effect.
Yeah, he was playing that.
Yeah, so yeah, it was really interesting, you know.
Because I'm looking at the video, I'm like, wait, why didn't I activate that? That was a burial.
So ever since like Ryan Bergoli like topped at that regional, like I see a lot more people playing the
Mobius.
Yeah, the Mobius, the Mega Mobius. It's a really good card. It's best utilized in this deck. Like I don't like Graham was the first one, and I have not seen anyone really play him. And what was it? The Salos is the second. I mean the next one that's coming out. So nope. So
Rainbow Kuribo.
So that Rainbow Kuribo is a very shocking card to see him playing, but which I don't get at this point right now was why did the Frog player did not attack with the Mega Mobius and end the game right there, because it was just like shocking to me that he had game at that point right there, and then now what was it? You drew in like Blue Eyes or Tradon.
Did I take all the damage? I thought he attacked with everything.
No, he didn't attack everything. He just ended his turn after attacking with Caius and Phoenix, the Gusto Phoenix, and then you just Rainbow Cream. So I don't know why he didn't like attack with Mobius.
I think you got confused when I told him that Rainbow Karibo says your
stop
monster,
your attack.
Yeah, stops your attack.
That's the thing right there. Like if you're ever unfamiliar with a card, just read it, because you don't always need to take by word what your opponents be saying. Like I'm not trying to say Cruz here was cheating, but I'm just saying that it's always like whenever you're in doubt, read the card. And if you're like more
he's saying this with a smile.
Yeah, if you're have like not a clear understanding of the fact that you just read, you can just always call a judge and always get a clear ruling.
I really thought I took all that damage and was still, and I thought I was okay because I stopped that one attack.
Here's the thing, both players must keep track of their life points, but in this case, the frog player was the one that kept track, and he was the one that says, yeah, you still have life points left. So,
because I remember in this game, I made sure I explained to him what each of my cards do. Even when Rainbow Career comes out, I told him it stops this monster from attacking. But I really did think he attacked with the Mobius and everything else.
Alright, so yeah, it's very interesting that you're playing Maxis, and it's like I never seen you play Maxi at all. All the time we've been playing together. It's like,
well, during Battle City I pulled the OT1. So
right.
As soon as I pulled it, I was like, well, you know what? Everyone's special summoning. Let me throw this in my side deck and see if I could use it. Because like, if anything, I could ditch it, probably draw or play it against, use it with Redox. So
Maxi is it's like 60, right? The ulti one.
I think it went down to 40.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, I got the Dandelion ulti, so I was like, I'm to tell you the truth, I'm not very excited about this the new Astro Packs list. Like, yes, we actually have Hollow Tensu and Crimson Blader, and
there's some decent stuff.
I was very disappointed with the ulti selection as well. Most importantly,
listen, I just want an ulti Lightning Darkness Dragon. Even if I'm not a frog player, I would like to see a super or ulti Swamp Frog. Like, I even told Brian Bergoli, if they ever make that and I pull it, I'm gonna give it to him. Because he's been winning that for that card way longer than any other player I know. Like, I think Konami should just let us vote on what we want. I really do.
Alright, so you got that title. Let's see, and then you're searching for Redox effect because it was banished. How come you got rid of that? Like, how come
Redox?
How come you could just save the Redox and?
I only have 2 targets for title. Mm-hmm. Like all the E dragons I have only about 2 targets max. Redox has more targets, but I banished Redox so I can get I could get either a Vanguard that I can normal summon if I have a Blue Eyes or something normal in my graveyard, just in case my opponent wants to probably Dark Hole. And title was like 26, so I just wanted to do way more damage. To be honest, the more I look at this video, I'm like, how in the world did I win?
Yeah, so it seems like you have a lot of cards banished. Is there any way in your deck that you can bring them back to feel like? I know it's different. Return of Different Dimension is like banned and everything, so you don't have that opportunity anymore. But
I don't got too many. Like, if I banish something with Eclipse River and I get it back when Eclipse leaves, but it's still 1-for-1. Yeah. Dragon Soul Castle and Burial from Different Dimensions is the only thing I really play to get monsters back. Like, I always felt, when was this, like maybe like 3-4 years ago, I thought Konami was gonna make some type of dragon that lets me get stuff back that was banished from play back to the field or something, but they never went about making a card design like that.
What are you talking about? We call them the Dragon Rulers. Every time they get banished, you get something else of the same element and type from your deck.
Nah, I was thinking more one card and you have to pay a cost or for its effect. E-Dragons don't pay a cost, they just, let me go get this.
Yeah, well, if you really think about like banishing those monsters, it's a cost. But what is actually, it's kind of like a more of a, I wouldn't say it's not a flaw. It's actually
It's a flaw, man. Konami knows
it's
what
not,
they were
it's
doing.
a pro instead of a con. It's like it worked for them instead of like any other deck can
I'm just saying,
take advantage of that.
Konami made E-Dragons. That whole format was terrible because even when we went to locals, almost everyone was playing E-Dragons. Like, I was so happy when I saw players at our local top with Fire Fist and Medoshades. Like, I don't care if they weren't top tier or they were tiers during that format, but I was really proud and happy when I saw my friends beat E-Dragons.
Like, I think that was the worst format ever. Like, having all those dragons rolling around, and like there was no way for like any other diversities in the format that can make it to the top. Like, you have your dragons, your prophecies, and you have your evil swarm. And
I still feel like that deck was autopilot.
Evil swarm?
Nah, E-Dragons. I have arguments with a few people, and they're like, "Oh, you can mess up with the deck." I'm like, you can mess up with E-Dragons, but you still get pluses, and you can still special summon everything else back next turn. Yeah, don't tell me this deck is not autopilot.
It just sucks that they actually go for Big Eye or Dracossack, because it just...
Honest truth, get rid of those 2 exceeds during that format. I don't think E-Dragons would have done a lot.
They should have just made Dracossack like a part of their own archetype, with like 2 level 7 machines, or
did you see the other
Mega Phantom Beast cards?
They got a level 9.
Yeah, I saw that one, but it says it was a Mirage. It didn't have the name of the
Dracossack.
No, it didn't have the name of the Mega Phantom Beast, unless Japan called them very different.
Oh, that's a Debris. I was like, what the hell did I just summon?
Yeah, you know Debris, and you were gonna special summon I think
Whitestone.
Not Whitestone.
Whitestone or Maiden. That's the only thing I know that's in the grade.
Oh, yep, Maiden. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't get the Whitestone because there was no more blue eyes in my deck. And I could have get the free shuffle, but yeah. I was thinking if I should have gone into Star Eater or another level 8, but
I don't know. I thought you were gonna go for Starter because you still have title in your grave.
Well, the way I saw it was, if he summons something on the field, I'd rather just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense because you have your protection with the Silver Eyes.
Yeah, because the way I looked at the game was, I run that thing over, he's gonna get it back next turn. I actually could have just swung with Debris, then swung with Silver Eyes, and if he did anything to
Alright, so we're actually on turns now. Yeah, this game has gone long enough at this point.
Well, yeah, like I was gonna say, I was gonna swing with Debris and then swing out with Storm, and if he summoned something, I would have just gone into main phase 2 and synchro. Like I said before, this deck is new. I'm still figuring out all the different combos and twists I could go into it, and it did lead me to lose a couple of times. Right now I'm kind of upset because I really thought I won that game out of like sheer consistency of my deck, and now you tell me that I would have lost as soon as that Monarch swung, and I'm like, okay. I really thought that thing swung because I thought I was gonna be okay if I stopped one of their attacks.
Well, apparently he didn't say anything about it.
I think it was because when I asked him how much life points I had, he told me I had like 55 or something.
No, that was not it. Matter of fact, it was basically what you see here. 22 that was how much you had left before after the Kaya's attack, and you used Kuribo to negate that monster's Phoenix attack.
Yeah.
This is when you're going all out right now, since this is your very last turn before it's his turn, and he has like the higher lead. If this was the World Series of Poker and they saw each of your hand, they would say like this is 95% chance of you. 95% chance win would be will be this guy because he had Battle Fever. He had Battle Fever since the game beginning of this game 3 here, and now when you normal summon, you finish all your special summon and you ended with your normal summoning Fossil Dino. That actually was the good guy. I didn't see that coming, but then again, he should have seen that coming since he saw you playing Fossil Dino in game 2. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. This is Parker.
This is Jay Cruz. Let me know if I did terrible.
Alright, see ya.
Bye, guys.